All right, algebra, here's chapter 3 review. You'll have to bear in mind my voice is coming and going, so I apologize now. Remember, stop the video, kind of do the problems yourself, then play the video, check your work. Pretty smart. Do the review twice. I know. Here we go. Number 1. So for me, I do like triangle, circle, and I kind of like to see it on your paper, especially if you're struggling. So I would have a pen turned on. So there's triangle, circle, circle. Anybody lost? I don't even have a problem if you only mark the triangle and the rest would be circles by default. I'm good with that too. So don't you want the positive 3 to move to the other side? Because when you cross the bridge, you change the sign. So then I should see minus 3, minus 3. Bring that down, 0, symbol, 7. Is x negative? No. If x is not negative, then I don't change the sign. So I'm going to have 0. Here's 7. The question would be for you, is it open or closed? I don't see a line, so it's open. And it's pointing that way. So you're left, I believe. So it goes that way. Perfect. Next one, question 2. So for me, I like the variables on the left. We all know why. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to flip it. So if you notice this little point is at 18. When you flip it, the little point's at the 18. So I'm going to have negative 6x, negative 18, and the little point is still at 18. The open is still at negative 6. Sorry. And so if that's true, you have triangle, circle. Well, you don't need to move circles. You don't have circles to move. You don't need to move triangles. You don't have triangles to move. So you're going to divide both by negative 6. So you get x, 3, and that's a negative, and that's a negative. That makes a smiley face. So if you can make a smiley face when you divide, the answer is positive. If you make a half a smiley face, it's negative. Did you divide by negative? Yes. Then you flip the sign. Is it open or closed? It's open. So then you're going to have 0. Here's 3. Open. Going to your left. Question 3. I kind of like these myself. So I'm going to actually teach this 2 different ways. It just depends. So if this is your only problem, I'm going to use a proportion. I'm not going to play with the algebra pieces. If that was in an algebra equation, well, fine, I'll do the algebra. But if I don't have to, well, I won't do it. So I'm going to rewrite that. So that's x over negative 3 symbol. How about 3 over 1? Any problems with that? And so in class, we talked about it, or I hope we did. So here's x. Move over. You got start, diagonal, divide. So I need 3 times negative 3 divided by 1. How about negative 9? So I've got x symbol negative 9. Did you multiply or divide by a negative? 3 times negative 3. So I did multiply by negative. If you multiplied by negative, you have to flip that sign. So now you really have x less than equal to negative 9. 0, negative 9, circle, close, and it's headed to your left. By the way, you're going, what? The other way. So wouldn't that be 1 over 3? By the way, put the negative on the top. Greater than equal to 3 over 1. Couldn't I flip this fraction that's driving me crazy? By the way, we forgot x. So wouldn't that be 3 over 1, 3 over 1, and that's a negative because I need those 2 negatives to make that positive. So that's a negative. That omits. You have x greater than equal to 3 times negative 9. 3 times negative 3, how about negative 9? And naturally, you multiply by negative, the sign would flip, and then you still get this answer. So however you want to go about that. For me, I'm good with proportions, and I can go there all day long. Some of you might think the same thing. Question 4. Yep, bird rainbows. Distributive property. Yes, you're true. I'm going to draw my little rainbow thing. So that's negative 2 times x. Negative 2x. That's negative 2 times 5. So that's negative 10. Symbol 8. Do you have any subtract signs? Nope, then you're good. If you have subtract signs, push them out of the way and put an add sign in and make subtract become what? Yeah, you're right, negative. Thank you. So continue. So negative 2x, negative 10, symbol 8. It's all perfect. So isn't this a triangle? I'm okay if you just mark the triangles and the rest are circles. I'm fair with that. So you need to make 10 negative, move to this side. So I'm going to add 10. There's always a big plus sign over here. That's a 0. Play rain. Make those come down. Symbol 18. Are you dividing by negative? Is there something you're supposed to do with that? Why, yes. So it's pointing left. I believe it should point to the right. And here's 0. Actually, I want to make that negative 9. Negative 9. Here's 0. Open, shading that way. And when do these two symbols match? When the variable's on the left. What if the variable's on the right? Obviously, they don't match. Question 5. Oh, the inequalities we have. So if you notice, you got two sets. So here's my triangle. Let's go find him real quick. Don't you want x in the middle and numbers on the both sides? So that 5 has to go away. And you're going to have to subtract 5 from all 3 sections. I know, crazy. But here's the deal. You got to be fair, and to be fair, you would cover all bases. You have 3 sections, you cover all 3 sections. Thank gosh this is 0. By the way, it's supposed to be 0. You only want x in the middle. Now the 2x is going to be a problem. We'll take care of that in a minute. What is 11 minus 5? I hope you get 6. Bring that symbol down. I may have to change it. I may not. Bring that symbol down. What's negative 3, negative 5? And by the way, there's that big plus sign over here. And let's go with those skills. That same sign, add and keep. Different sign, subtract. That's a negative. That's a negative. Folks, you have same sign, add and keep. That's negative 8. If you're not sure, if you owe me $3, you owe me $5. You owe me 8 in all. All right, so now you have negative 8 less than 2x less than 6. Technicality, you have 2x is less than 6 and 2x is greater than negative 8, if you want to read it correctly, though. We can't have 2x. So you need to divide this one by 2. You'll divide that one by 2. You'll divide that one by 2. So when you divide by 2, you're going to get negative 4, symbol, x, symbol, 3. My question to you is this. Did you divide or multiply by negative? No. So then it's perfect. Remember, when you read this out, you're going to have, I would probably put 0, negative 4, 3. I would circle them. They're not closed, they're open. And so x is less than 3. So what are numbers less than 3? Maybe 2, 1, 0, negative 4. So that's going to go from 3, and you're going to go this way. And what about 4? X is greater than negative 4. So wouldn't that be like 5, 6, 7? So I'm going to use my fancy highlighters here. You could use a pencil, but I like my highlighters. And so here is my 3. I'm going to shade 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2. And then I'm going to shade, start at negative 4, and I'm going to go to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And if you notice something at all, yellow and blue make green. So where the two colors are doubled, you get green. Green's the solution. So it's this piece right here. So if you were looking for this answer, it would be something, anything, any number in this zone. But you can't include 3 and you can't include negative 4. But anything else is all good. All right, perfect. Let's move on to the next one. Question 6. So you have at least one inequality, not 2. And you have a negative 3x, so that I can tell you right now you'll be flipping that sign. So at least the x is on the left, numbers are going to go to the right, 9's in the way, we'll move it over here. So you're going to have, and I'm going to mark my x, and I'm not going to mark out the circles because it's just too much to see. So then I'm going to say minus 9, minus 9. Definitely draw that line, definitely put a plus sign here. That's 0, and that's what that line means. It means it deletes. That's negative 3x, symbol. So that's same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. And so it looks like to me you have a negative, you have same sign, add and keep. Negative 18. I'm good with that. And then divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, x is 6. If you can make a smiley face when you divide with negatives, so when you multiply, divide, negatives. That's positive. That's negative. So a happy frog is positive. A half of a frog on the bottom of the car, the lawnmower, my flip-flop is negative. And it's certainly a bad day for the frog. So I've got a positive frog here. So that's true. 6. They got me with, by the way, how many x's is this? 1. Thanks. Making sure we all know that. Would I flip this sign? Sure I would. So then you've got 0, 6, open that dot. I'm going to leave it open. There's no reason to close it. And it says you're going to my left. I'm so neat at drawing. Question 7. My goodness, you got more to do, right? I know it. So we'll just do one, and then we'll do the other. X is at least on the left. So I'm going to mark that one. The rest are circles. So then plus 3, 0. X symbol 7. I didn't multiply or divide by negative, so it's perfect. I'm going to keep the word or. And then I'm going to do, and the x's here, I'm going to do -1, -1, 0. X symbol -2. Again, same sign, add, keep. I can say that in different words. You owe me $1. You owe me $1. You owe me $2. I don't owe you anything. There would be a plus sign here too. So I think I've got my answer. So now we want to place it on the number line. So here's 0. Here's -2. And here's 7. I'm going to circle them. I'm going to leave them open because there's no reason to. This says your x is bigger than 7. Who's bigger than 7? 8, 9, 10, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to go to my 7 and highlight the numbers 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wouldn't that be this way? Sure it would. And then x is less than -2. Well, who's less than -2? What about 5? Is 5 less than -2? No, 5's more than -2. So if 5 won't work, then going this way would be wrong. You would have to go that way. So then it goes this way. You may have issues trying to figure out if -2 versus -3 is bigger, but I've never had an issue whether 5 is bigger than -2. So if you're trying to figure this out, I'd put a whole number there, a positive whole number, and then process that out. Put 10 there. Is 10 less than -2? No, 10 is more than -2. So don't shade 10, shade the other way. And there is your OR. Question 8. Let me close my highlighter here. Well, it's not too bad, but you got lots of rainbows going on. Must be a rainy day. Distributed property, maybe. And so I'll draw my little rainbow. We're so fun. I guess we got the rainbow with Skittles going on. But we have issues. You can't have that negative there. So you're going to have to do -3 parenthesis 2 plus -x parenthesis symbol 6 parenthesis x plus 1 parenthesis. No subtract signs unless you mean subtract points off your grade. I'm going to stop this video here and you can catch it at part 2.